100 more kindergartens, primary schools, and middle schools in Shanghai will begin their new school year in September with a textbook featuring Shanghai Dialect poems and folk songs. So now the Shanghaihua classes are only available in a couple of schools in Pudong as part of a trial program that started last September. The Shanghai Education Commission says it's expanding the program in order to rescue the city's quickly fading mother tongue. Our reporter Song Wenjing went to one kindergarten which has already started the course and tells us more.
At this kindergarten in Pudong, children between 4 and 6 years old are learning how to speak Shanghainese. Today they were working on the names of local tourism attractions, public transport, and a few nursery rhymes.
I could not speak any Shanghainese before. Now I can recite a poem themed on 4 seasons and flowers. My mom doesn't speak much Shanghai dialect with me at home, sometimes just the names of some dishes.
Massive migration over the past few years has cut into use of the language, with 40% of the city's 23 million people having grown up somewhere else. The city has required all primary and middle schools to use proper Mandarin to communicate with others since 1992, both during and after class. But now that the kids are trying to pick up the local dialect, one teacher says 1 class a week simply isn't enough.
For some kids, even though they speak Shanghaihua during the class, they still speak Mandarin after class or at home. That's because speaking Mandarin has been listed as one of the norms of conduct for students. But now we no longer emphasize that and encourage them to use the dialect more after class.
Wang says parents are supportive of the Shanghaihua classes, even though who hail from outside the city.
Now my daughter is also able to speak some simple Shanghaiihua. Maybe it's not so important to really communicate with them, but it's important to understand what they might be saying at some points.
One linguist at Shanghai University who took part in writing the Shanghaihua textbook says it is important for an international city that a widely spoken language like Mandarin or English can be used when necessary. But he says that doesn't contradict the promotion of Shanghainese. A language, he says, is more emotional.
Dialect is very colloquial and vivid. The facial expressions and specific tones that people use when speaking a local language sometimes carry extra information. It's a culture buried in the language.
Education authorities in Shanghai say they will continue to improve the current Shanghaihua textbooks so they can better reflect local culture. 永进 Shanghai Live